Items like this, cream of chicken soup is a staple in my house. I always have this on hand. This has 17 ingredients and half of them I cannot pronounce. And this one has 4 ingredients. And then you just add a cup and a quarter of milk or a cup and a quarter of water and you are good to go. So today we're going to share 5 items that are typically store-bought that you can make from scratch for either cheaper and or better ingredients, and you actually know what's going in them, unlike half of this. Terephthalic acid. What the heck is terephthalic acid? Yeah, I don't know what that is. So we're going to stick with the homemade ones that we actually know what's going in these. And I'm going to make 5 recipes with you that are delicious, from vanilla extract to Nutella to homemade butter. It is going to be a good time. I'm so excited. I have a blog post with all of the recipes for you, and I'm teaming up with my girl, Lydia Sen. So Lydia is also going to be sharing 5 recipes, and so between the two of us, you get 10 recipes that are better ingredients and cheaper than you can get in the store. And it's so nice just to be able to whip it up, make it from scratch, and have it. Most of these items I already had in my pantry, and it was awesome. There was a couple things that I had to go out and buy, but most things, like I said, I had in my pantry already, which is so awesome. Now, Lydia, if you don't follow Lydia Sen, please go follow her. I'll have her linked down below in the description. She's absolutely incredible. She's one of the OG people that I started watching when I started watching YouTube and budgeting YouTube and trying to get my money in order. She's one of those people that I've been watching for 6-7 years now. It's been a really long time, maybe even longer than that. Lydia's videos are so unique and just incredible. They are a combination of educational tips and tricks and different things like that, but she does it in a vlog style manner. So it's really fun, it's really interactive, and she just has like the most calming voice that you've ever heard in your life, where you are just like, can you just read bedtime stories to me, or can you just narrate my whole life for me? She's just so soothing, so genuine, so sweet. She's a dear friend of mine, and I'm just so thankful to call her a friend, and I'm so excited we're teaming up. So check out Lydia. She's amazing. And if you're coming over from Lydia's channel, welcome. My name is Kelly Ann Smith of Freedom in a Budget, and I'm all about helping you manage your money, grow your income, and let's add some side hustles in there as well. So if you are wanting to get your money in order, if you're wanting to grow your income, or if you're wanting to learn how to pay off debt, how to invest, all of that stuff for beginners, and learning just a very simple way, come subscribe, join the family, and I'm so excited. So we have a blog post on this as well, but kicking off, we are going to make some homemade butter. And did you know, to make homemade butter, you only need 2 ingredients. So all you need is, honestly, you only need 1 ingredient if you want to do unsalted butter. All you need is heavy whipping cream or heavy cream, and you are just going to put that in a food processor, put it in a blender. You could honestly do it in a mason jar, but that would take a really long time, and then you get really ripped arms from doing that. So I did mine in the food processor. But all you're going to need is heavy whipping cream and then salt if you want it. Now, if you want to add herbs, you can add herbs, or garlic. If you want to make garlic butter, that would be delicious as well. But I just put mine in the food processor, and after about 2 minutes, it became whipped cream. So you see those nice stiff peaks forming, and then I did it for about 13 to 15 minutes, and after 13 to 15 minutes, it started to separate, and you can see the butter, and then you see the buttermilk, which is so cool. And then you're just going to put that in an ice bath and then strain it off. Now, I had cheesecloth from a previous video that I filmed years ago. I don't even remember which video, but I was in my filming kitchen stuff. So I used cheesecloth because I had it on hand, but you can just use a regular mesh strainer if you want. And then after you wash it off in the ice bath, then you're going to just massage in some herbs if you want, some garlic if you want, or just salt like I did. So I just massaged in some salt, and I made some delicious cinnamon toast with it, because I was like, okay, I want to try this right away. What can I make that's fast? What can I make that's easy? And I was like, oh, cinnamon toast would be delicious. And it was So good. Even Jamie was like, this is good. And the buttermilk. So you're going to have buttermilk left over as well. Now, do not throw that away. Please, please, please save this. So I made buttermilk pancakes the next day with this, and it was so good. They were literally the best pancakes I've ever made at home. The best. Now, I make pancakes a lot, and I think that they're pretty dang good. They're fluffy, they're light. These were like Cracker Barrel style pancakes. I'm really upset that I didn't take a picture or film them. I just devoured them. Peyton devoured them as well. But they were so good with using that buttermilk. So I think Lydia has some recipes that can use buttermilk as well. So definitely check out Lydia's video. But this was really delicious and so good. So definitely make some homemade butter. Now I do want to throw there that grocery prices are through the roof. They're insane. I shop at Aldi, and even with shopping at Aldi, they are really, really expensive. And some of the items that I bought back in 2020, 2019 is now double the price of what it was. It blows my mind when I look at the price tag. So we can't control how much grocery prices are, but we can control how we are eating our groceries. We can control how we're meal planning, how we're meal prepping, how we're shopping the sales, how we're eating from our pantry, how we're rolling over ingredients or using the same ingredients in multiple different meals, but different ways. So if that is something that you're interested in, I have a course called How to Save Money on Groceries. I know it's a really original title, but straight to the point, right? You want to save money on groceries? This course is going to help you save money on groceries. It is basically taking all of the different tips and tricks on the internet and compiling them into one place. So rather than having to watch a bajillion YouTube videos all getting the same tips, you can just watch the course. It's all condensed. It is all right there for you and super easy to consume. It has a workbook. It has printables. It has so much stuff. And it's only $19 right now. Typically it's $67. It's on sale for $19. It has a meal plan as well. It is so cool. So definitely check that out. $19. It's on sale now. I'll have it linked for you in the description. And if you want, I do have a free 7-day meal plan for you as well that you can download as well. Next up, I am so excited, is homemade vanilla extract. So did you know that you can make homemade vanilla extract with just vodka and vanilla bean pods that you can get on Amazon? So I did 3 bottles here, and I thought I was going to do 4, but it turns out that I could only fit 3 with the amount of vodka that I had. So when you are doing this, you want to split the bean pods open with a knife. The first couple of times I did it, I thought I cut them open, but I didn't all the way. So you can almost hear a pop as you're doing it. And then you just slice them down the middle, and then you want to open them up a little bit, and then just put them in the jar and put 3 to 4 in each jar. Now, you want to make sure that you fill each jar with vodka, that it covers the bean pods. So you want to make sure that there's no bean pods showing at all, and that's going to help prevent mold. If there's any like little sticking out, they can mold, and we obviously don't want that. Now, the vanilla, it will be clear at first, and then you'll start to see a couple little specks, and then it'll darken over time. The vanilla is ready within 8 weeks, but it's not prime. So it's not going to be prime until it's about 6 to 12 months out. So it's definitely something that you make now, and then you just put it away and pretend like it's not there. But when it's ready, oh my gosh, it smells so good, just so rich and just delicious. You got the little specks. If you want to strain them, I like to keep them in because I love like that vanilla beanie, like really strong, like vanilla bean ice cream versus French vanilla ice cream. Yeah. If you are a team little specks in your ice cream, let me know. But it is just so delicious. And this is a really great gift. So if you want to make them now and then have them for Christmas time, that would be an awesome Christmas gift of homemade vanilla, which I feel like anyone would love. Now, this bottle of vodka that I got was only $13. So I literally went to Total Wine and More and found the cheapest bottle of vodka, and it was $13. So, and it made three jars of it. So if you're going to be making a big batch, it does add up a little bit. But even with that being said, even with the cost of jars, I'll have the price breakdown in the blog post, but even the cost of jars, the cost of the bean pods and the vodka, it's still cheaper than it would than buying legit, real good vanilla extract. Vanilla extract is expensive, and when you buy, you get like a little bottle for like $8, and you're through it in like 3 baking recipes, I feel like. This is a big 8-ounce jar. So it is so delicious and so good and so easy. Next, we are making homemade ranch seasoning. Now, I am a ranch, this is a ranch household. We love ranch. And I will use ranch seasoning on different recipes, like butter ranch chicken. Oh my gosh, so good. And I'll also use ranch as a dipping for like veggies, or I will use it as like a dressing on, if I do like a rice bowl, I love putting rice or ranch on rice bowl, or if I'm doing a salad, I love ranch. So we go through a lot of ranch. So finally I was like, okay, Kelly, we need to just make it. So with this, you're just going to combine all the ingredients and whisk it up. It does contain buttermilk powder, which I've never seen before. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I was able to get it at Walmart, and they do have it on Amazon as well. So I'll have it linked for you in the blog post as well, but it was super easy. And then did you guys know that you can blend it with cottage cheese? Yeah. Now, if cottage cheese, groceries are out, don't click away. It's okay. But if you blend cottage cheese, it turns into this like thick, creamy, delicious goodness that has no clumps, no curds or anything like that. It's almost like the texture of like thicker sour cream, I would say, but thicker than sour cream. It is so good. And so I just put a tablespoon or so into it. I didn't measure the cottage cheese, and I didn't measure the amount that I was putting in. I just eyed it, and it was so good. Full disclaimer, after I scooped it into back, I just put it back into the cottage cheese container, and after I did that, I totally licked the spatula, and it was there's no shame. There's no shame. Okay. I licked the spatula of the ranch, but it was delicious and total game changer. So this is a nice ranch dry mix that you can do. You can add it and make your own ranch dressing, or you can add it as a seasoning packet and add it to like butter ranch chicken or something like that. But so good. It's so good also on just like veggies or just chicken, different things like that. Next up is a cream of soup mix. Now, like I said, the jar has 17 ingredients, and this recipe only has 4. So super simple to make, and I love just throwing it all together. And then with this, you are just going to add 1.25 cups of milk or 1.25 cups of water and mix it up. Now, this is really versatile. If you want to make it like cream of mushroom soup, throw in some mushrooms. If you want cream of celery, throw in some celery. I love just having, I never buy the cream of whatever, like mushroom or different things, probably because I don't like mushroom, but I've always just bought the cream of chicken soup. Even if I'm making something else and it calls for like cream of beef or cream of whatever, I always just buy the cream of chicken. That's just how I am. So I love that I can just have this, throw in some milk or throw in some water if I don't have milk on hand, which I have a daughter now, so I always have milk on hand, but super easy. And I love that it's shelf stable. I love that I can just have it on hand and I don't have to worry about all those crazy ingredients, and I can just throw it into a dish and it's delicious. Next up, so is Nutella. Now this Nutella, I messed up. I have made this before, but I totally forgot that when you make Nutella, so listen up. When you make homemade Nutella, you need to make sure that you grind the hazelnuts first. When I first made this today, I put everything in together and then I put it on the food processor, and it was just crumbly. It was not creamy and smooth and not like a spread. It was just crumbly. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And then I looked back at the recipe and I was like, Kelly, you're supposed to put in the hazelnuts first by themselves. So when you do that, then it comes out correct. So I did the hazelnuts. So this is actually the second time that I'm making this today. And the first time I made it, I used all of the powdered sugar. So this time I had to use granulated sugar. So it's not quite as smooth as it could be with the powdered sugar, but it was still delicious. And so I just put all the hazelnuts in, let them get all ground up, and then they start to form almost a paste. Then you can add in the other dry ingredients and then put it in the mixer as well. You want to scrape down the sides a couple times, but it is delicious. Now, with this Nutella, it does not have all the preservatives that most Nutellas have. So you have to keep it in the fridge. So I just put mine in a airtight container. I put it in one of those glass mason jars. I love those mason jars with the plastic lid and the glass. I'll have them linked in the article for you, but they're really handy. I use them all the time. So you just want to make sure that you're storing it in the fridge. Now with this, I made a old school Weight Watchers recipe. So I used to make these Weight Watchers ice cream sandwiches where you just take a graham cracker and put some Cool Whip on it. But I put a layer of Nutella. And when you put that layer of Nutella and then you freeze it, you just wrap it over in saran wrap and freeze it. When you do that, and it like almost gets a little bit of a crunch to it, like it solidifies a little bit in the freezer. Oh my gosh, I don't know what it is, but it's just the perfect texture. Almost like, it almost reminds me of when you get like Moose Tracks ice cream and it has those fudge bands in it and the fudge is like thicker. That's what it's like in the ice cream sandwich. So good. So it has the Nutella flavor. It has that like thickness of it, almost like fudge in the ice cream sandwich. So good. So I made a few of those as well. So that is a recipe to try. Or if you just want to do it on toast, or Nutella and strawberries is delicious. Nutella and fruit is so, so good. So definitely give it a try. Now, this wouldn't be real life if I didn't show you my really dirty kitchen. So I can't believe I'm showing you this, but I had my like workstation and then everything else just went to the island. So this is just real life. It looked nice and clean and organized, but behind me it was chaos. So I wanted to show that just for the full transparency that my kitchen looks like a disaster when I cook as well. So don't worry if your kitchen looks crazy afterwards. But definitely check out Lydia's video and check out the article down below. Now, if you want to see how AI can help you meal plan, this is honestly one of the best hacks that I've done in a really long time. I did a full video with prompts of how to use ChatGPT to meal plan and come up with a grocery budget for you and a grocery shopping list for you. It is amazing. So check that video out. And if you want to see 7 ways to save money without feeling deprived, it's a really good one. Check out this video here.